Welcome back to the UK Journeyman save. In today's episode, we have a big Premier League title challenge fixture against Chelsea. We are going to skip this game against Pleasant. I think I said last time we'll play it. We'll skip that and we'll play Palace because, as you'll see when we cover it, the Europa League is pretty much done and dusted. We've already qualified for the round of 16, so no real point showing you that. Before we get into anything, though, we are near the end of the transfer window. We haven't done a ton of business, but some of the deals that we sort of done before have come in and a couple have left. So we'll talk about the exits first. So Chris Gray, young Chris Gray, always wanted to keep him around the squad, but he just wasn't getting as much game time this year. So he's went out on loan to League One. Gillingham played 4 games, no goals. Easier to score in the Premier League than it is League One for him. Jean-Paul Van Hecker has also left the club. He's went to our former club Mansfield for $2.5 million. We signed him for 7.75 as his contract was out. He came in, he did his job as a backup, and now he's left. He's no longer good enough for the Premier League, so happy to move him on. And then a youngster called Brush, he's left. Brush is gone. So we've signed 3 players. First one, Lincoln Richter. He is a young 18-year-old English centre-back. He can play right back. He can also play left back in a pinch as well. 22.5 million, but this I think it was only 7.5 was up front. The rest was on installments, and then there's a couple of extras on top of that as well. But for someone who's already a good Premier League player at 18 years old, wonder kid and 18, in a position we needed, it's a no-brainer. Another one, a wonder kid, Arland Limani, Albanian 20-year-old striker, 2.5 stars of current ability, 5-star potential, 6'6". It's a shame he's not going to come into a team where we actually needed strikers because he is pretty good, so he'll hopefully come in. And then another one is Piero Hincapia. He was out of contract. We signed him. We then were able to buy him out over the rest of his contract for 12 million or so. 12.25. He came from Arsenal to Barca for 32.5. Played pretty well, and then they've just let his contract run out. He's 3 stars of current ability, so a leading Premier League player. He's signed on till the end of next season, so good cover, centre-back, left-back, that kind of thing. So he has definitely got his place. We've had a lot of players injured. We've had a lot of players out on internationals as well, but pretty much everyone is back in both fronts as well. So since you last left us, we have won lots of games back-to-back. We beat Brighton 3-1 in the league, Everton 2-1 in the league, a 9-5 win over Luton. We beat West Ham 3-1, Ipswich 6-0, Bournemouth 2-0, Liverpool 2-1. Unfortunately, though, since then, we've actually lost our last 2 league games. We lost away to Newcastle and Villa 2-1, which was disappointing. In the Europa League, we beat SK Rapid 5-2. We also beat Breiðablik, I think an Icelandic team. Yeah, a team from Iceland. We beat them 9-0 with a rotated side. We're also still in the FA Cup. We beat Sheffield United 4-2 away from home as well. So we've got Fulham in that. And then, like I say, Europa League, pretty much done and dusted. We're top, and we're already through the round of 16. So we don't need to manage that one. So we've got Chelsea, and it is it's hopefully a first team that can go out and win it. They are right behind us in the Premier League. If we just pull the table up, we were flying, we were miles away, but those last 2 losses have dragged us right back into it. And as you can see, it's still a pretty tight title race. 6 losses, which is crazy for a team sitting in top, but we just don't draw games. 1 point ahead of Chelsea. This would put us 4 points ahead. We've got a game in hand over Spurs. Newcastle are breathing down our throat as well. 5 points between them. So it's looking like it's going to be this 3, but it's still early enough that any of these lot could still definitely come back into it. So a win here would give us a little bit of separation. A loss would lose top spot. So this is the team we're going with for the Chelsea game. We've got Torres in goal, back 4 of Malik, Estrada, Pearson back from his injury, and Patrak. Bellingham and Ngoma in midfield, Jakob on the right, Ben Seeger on the left, and then Mua and Garcia up front. Jakob, by the way, is goals galore at the minute. He has got 16 in 23. We have unlocked Batista Jakob. He was someone who I wasn't sure of when we first joined. He didn't really seem to hit the ground running for us. But yeah, he is unbelievable this season. He is by far and away our best player. He's scoring nearly every game. He's unbelievable. But this is obviously going to be a tough side. And we have, had a few, unhappy players. Demolier wants to leave. He wants to play games. Van Hecker wanted to leave. Marty wants to leave. Mora wants to leave. So we've had a few unhappy players. Thankfully, none of the real first teamers, though. But we have struggled against Chelsea in the past, and especially against players like Ben Gannon-Doak. He has caused us many problems in the past, and he's going to cause us another problem here as Chelsea go very, very close to going 1-0 ahead this early on. Garcia with the ball very isolated on his own. Paddy Moore plays it to Jakob. I thought we were going to get a counter-attack there, but that was very, very close to going 1-0 down. And like I say, we are a good side now, but we aren't. It's not the kind of Premier League anymore where one team's running away with it. There is always teams around you. There's always teams dropping points. It's no City, Liverpool, or just City in general where there's just one team racing forward. Xavi Simons does really well to get forward there, but it's well saved from Torres. On the contract front, we've offered Haaland a new deal, so he's got a new deal. He was out of contract. We only signed him on a 1 year, but we've extended his contract, so he's here till the end of next season now. He's taken a big wage cut as well. He was on 425 grand a week. He's now on about 250, so he's taken a huge cut to stay, which is really pleasing, obviously. Bellingham cuts into Jakob. It's a great effort from Jakob from distance. Good save from the Chelsea goalkeeper to keep it 0-0. Quite an entertaining game so far. We've come back for the right game. On the other contract front, Garcia signed a new deal. He was on 80 grand. I think he's on 200 or something now. So a fair increase, but I don't know what happened there. Bellingham played the ball forward and everyone just kept running forward. Very, very weird thing there. But Mua plays in Jakob. He's got options in the middle if he can find them. He swings one in, finds Garcia, who rattles the post, and he can't follow up. One thing I've noticed in this engine is players don't follow up when there's like a save or it hits the post. They just kind of stand there, and I think it's a very weird. It looks wrong. As much as this engine is better, it just looks wrong when that animation happens. It's just something quite odd about it. But a ball over the top can easily be swept up by Torres, but we easily could have went a goal ahead here. So could Chelsea, to be fair. So it is quite even so far. Pearson plays it out from the back. Patrak, the highlight's still going. Benziga finds Garcia with a lovely ball. Swings one in. Jakob's there. And I think he almost headed it on towards Mua. Jakob headed it on towards Mua, who then tried to flick it onto the goal, but the keeper saved it. It was a bit of a weird move. Malik down the right-hand side, slides it into Mua at striker. Bellingham with the ball now, into Ngoma. Lovely little play here. We've got options if we can find them. Patrak just needs to swing one in, doesn't, instead turns to Ngoma on the edge of the box. We know he can hit them from distance. And Jakob, the goalkeeper dived. It was essentially an open net, but Jakob just couldn't get it on target. Again, the post denying us from taking a lead in this game. We're knocking on the door. We just can't seem to apply the finish at the minute. The finish at the minute. Patrak, lovely ball to Benziga. He's got options in the middle. Gets round his man. Swings one in. Jakob's there. Finds Bellingham and it hits the post again. In the third time we've hit the post in about 3 minutes. We just can't get the ball past the post. We just can't clip the inside of the post. The highlight's still going. Malik with the throw-in. Only really got one option and he goes for him. Jakob, a lovely turn on the corner, smashes it against a Chelsea player and it goes out for a corner. But that was like Berbatov for Man United back in the day. That was lovely stuff from Jakob. And now highlights still going. Patrak swings one in. We've got plenty of tall boys, but this must do Chelsea because they got it cleared. Now Patrak again in a similar position. Can he smash it in? No, he just ends up getting dispossessed. But Pearson does well to win the ball back and keep it going forward. And Ngoma tries to get forward, blocked off. Manages to keep the ball. The highlight's still going. The longest highlight in Football Manager history is still going. Malik gets round his man, swings one in. Oh, the goalkeeper's had a mare. Oh, Poppadom wrists has let it down and Benziga finishes it off. It's going down as a Malik assist. It really should be going as a Kuau Santos list. What a name. Kuau Santos. Not a great bit of goalkeeping though. He's still somehow on a better rating than ours, even with that stinker. I'm not sure about that. His little nana wrists have... That's terrible from Pearson. What on earth is he doing there? His nana wrists have just played it straight into Benziga, and out of all the chances, that's the one we get. But now Chelsea trying to get themselves back in. Good block, because that was headed in, and Jakob can break, but he loses the ball. We're just being a bit sloppy with it at the minute. Just a little bit poor on the ball. We've got now ahead of ourselves here after getting the goal. We need to settle down and be professional and get our foot on the ball and just get some composure back, because we're starting to look like headless chickens at the minute, even though we're the one ahead in the game, which is very odd. Patrak, need a big tackle from him, and he does get the big tackle in. Love to see it. Pearson now, who is missed quite a bit of football in the last couple of months with an injury, seems to have settled back in pretty much straight away. Bellingham slides it over to Jakob. Jakob into Moore. Moore into Malik. We're moving the ball really well now. Malik can get round as man. He does. Plays in Jakob. Can he get it across? Oh, this time the keeper makes sure his hand to it is a solid one. That was really good play from us again. But unfortunately, again, we were just blocked off at the final instance. But still 1 goal to the good. There's so many highlights. Patrick doesn't win his header. And now Stapayev, who we've had issues with in the past, almost caused us another one. But it's a good save from Torres. But that was poor. That was 1 long ball over the top, which has done us in the past. And this time, nearly done us again. And they're going to go back to the well. Goalkeeper plays it long. Estrada should win it and does win it. Moore slides it across to Bellingham, who's got Malik again, always offering an option as Malik, and he plays into Jakob. Can he get it across? He doesn't. Again, he turns. Malik's going to go for distance. Oh, my word. Oh, Malik. What is that? Unbelievable finish from Malik. Wow. Well, I spoke far too soon with the cutback, thinking it wasn't the right move. Should be sliding it across the box. But then Malik's just come up with an absolute wonder goal, and we're still going. Moore almost gets his head to it. It's like a bit of head tennis. Ngoma, why don't you try for a screamer? Bellingham goes for a screamer. Unfortunately, just wide of the post. But we are back to our best here today. We are knocking on the door. And whilst we've had to deal with a few Chelsea attacks, we've definitely been clinical with ours. And we are looking like a side. Don't forget, this is a team we struggled against earlier in the season. So we are an improved side. We're a more well-gelled, confident side. All the new signings are starting to gel really well now. And we are just an unbelievable side. And Jakob has just gone up another level. He is genuinely world-class. Like, as much as you get the little world-class thing next to your players, this lad is world-class now. Like, he is probably the best right mid in the game. I'd be shocked if there was another one. At least with the output that he's doing. Maybe on the attributes there might be someone close, but with the output we get from him every game, he's unbelievable. Pearson nearly makes it 4th. It's a good header. Well saved by the Chelsea goalkeeper. And brilliant stuff. 3-0 up. Love to see it. We're doing very well. We'll tell the boys that. But this has been a long game. I'm thinking we might just do a 1-game episode because obviously with the transfers and what have you as well. I mean, do we need to see another Premier League game? I think we need to try and get through this obviously a little bit quicker because I'm itching to get the series done now. But obviously the series is not to win the Premier League. It's to win the Champions League. That was always the goal. It was never about the Premier League because it is a UK Journeyman. It was never an English Journeyman like the Malden and Tiptree one, which I will get back to the Malden and Tiptree stuff. It's obviously there's been a bit of a gap. We managed to get the first few done quite close together. That was unlucky. That was unlucky. Just happened to dip down and beat Torres. It's 3-1. But we will get back to the Malden and Tiptree stuff for anyone who's wondering where that is. It takes way longer to do. I've honestly been so busy just in my personal life with work and everything else that I've really struggled to get 5 videos out of this series. And this series is the easy one to film because all I do is play the games off camera and then come back and play 2 games. And the edits are quite easy because it's only about 2 or 3 clips. So it's really easy to produce. It's really easy. Oh, but Jakob, that's so bad. I was just saying he was world class. What is that? It's so easy to produce. It's just the main time sink with this is just playing the games off camera. But thankfully, I've just about had enough time to do it and then time to do the episodes as well. But the Malden and Tiptree stuff, it does take longer because I'm playing through a whole season per video. So obviously, I don't play the games, but you know what I mean? I'm getting through a whole season per video. So it is harder to do. It's a big time sink. So it is what it is. And Chelsea almost getting another one back. I would have been very worried at this point if it was 3-2. We have not come out this second half looking as good as we did the first. Patrak's looking really tired, so we're going to bring him off for Marty, who is someone who's complained a fair bit about wanting game time. Well, he's coming on now in a big game. Hopefully he can cheer us up. But we should have maybe been harsher in our team talk because we are not looking the better side this second half. Thankfully, we did the damage in the first half, so if we can just not concede 3 goals this half, we will win the game. But that is easier said than done because Chelsea are knocking on the door, and when we're giving the ball away, Bellingham, in daft little positions like that, we are inviting pressure on. And Marty is squared up to his man, leaps in, Marty does. That's Marty's fault. 100% that would have been Marty's fault. It would have been a little bit on Bellingham for giving the ball away in a position, but that is why he's not starting, because of things like that. Estrada also pretty tired, as is Bellingham, so we'll make a couple shubs there. We'll bring Richter on, the youngster, for Estrada. If you just want to take a quick look at him. Big boy, can play, a lot of different positions. Bellingham's going to come off. We'll bring Shea Charles on, just Shearer's up there. Jakob is going to come off for Carrizo. We'll leave Moore on for now, but we will probably make that sub around the 80th minute. We'll probably look to bring Haaland on. But yeah, good stuff from us. Bit of a quieter game from Garcia and Moore, but the other boys have done the job, and that is an injury to Moore. Not what we want to see. We've obviously got a good backup in Haaland, but Moo's one of our main men. He's been a little bit quieter this season, to be fair, Moo, and not as good as he was the first season. I think it's been the Jakob show this year, but I guess we've got Haaland, so hopefully it's still not a serious one, though. We don't want to see him out for too long, but that's good work from Marty to put some pressure on there and win the ball back when we were slightly under the cosh. Garcia, that's a great ball to Haaland, and Haaland, we've hit the post again. Benziga can pick it up, though, but kicks it, and it does go out for a throw-in. But that was good work from Haaland and Garcia. Nice little link up there. Haaland just needed the finish. But once again, I mean, if we'd hit the inside of the post instead of the foot of it, we'd be winning about 6 or 7-0. We'd be so far ahead. But Charles into Malik. Malik looking for Haaland in the middle. Doesn't see him. Still going, Malik, trying to get to the byline. Swings it in to Haaland, who's come short for it, who swings one in himself. I tell you what, Haaland, he ain't as much of a goal scorer now, but his ability to pick out a pass is unbelievable. It's a great ball to Garcia. I thought it was onside. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. And it has been given. It's 4-1. And maybe, I mean, obviously we don't want Moore to be injured, but we've got a good backup. So even if we do have an injury, it shouldn't really stop us from going on and winning games, because this is a very big statement victory. A 4-1 win over second in the league. That puts us 4 points clear. Maresca's looking like he's had a few too many meals. Maresca in the edit. I don't think he's that big in real life. That is hilarious. Well, we've had that was a really long game, actually. So we will just do the one game this episode. Otherwise, this episode's going to be super long. So we'll leave it there. But yeah, Premier League is looking good. I think we're on course to win it. And we just need to keep it up. So I don't really know where we'll come back. I guess we'll probably come back when we've got an interesting game in the league, or an interesting game in the Europa League or something like that, or the FA Cup, probably less so. So yeah, if we get a big fixture in the Europa League, we might come back for that. Ultimately, though, I think the Premier League... Originally, I did say I would be very bothered about the Europa, but I think it's got to play second fiddle now. I didn't think we'd be in a title challenge. I thought we'd be in a top 4 challenge. Top 4 is looking bare minimum now, so we should be back in the Champions League next season. Top 5 is bare minimum. But really, we need to be in a Premier League. You know, we should be trying to win this. And we've not won this, like I say, in some time. Where can I see the past winners? I want the past winners. Where's the past winners? Where do I see that? There we go. Past winners. We haven't won the league since 12-13. So it's 22 years, 22 seasons. We 100% need to fight. Yeah. And we've not been second since 2020. And we've not even been third since 2022. So this is unprecedented. I didn't realise how long the drought is at United. We are doing some business. So we'll continue on. Like I say, we'll play games off camera. And I guess we might come back somewhere around here, or even somewhere near the end of the season. But if we could get a big Europa League fixture, then we might come back for that. I don't want to just keep playing City on camera, so maybe more like Everton or something we'll come back for. But not 100% sure. I guess we'll just keep going. And like I say, we do want to try and get through this a little bit quicker a season at a time now, because the series is starting to get on now in terms of number of episodes. So if you are still watching, big thank you to you. But that's going to do it now for this episode of the UK Journeyman, and I'll see you all for more very soon.